It is noon on November 1st. I'm starting a new job here in a week, so I built up about a week and a half to move and get out in the tree stand for the rut. Kind of anticipating that I want to fill my Minnesota tag by now, but I did that extra early, so I got a hold of some family here in Wisconsin, and they were nice enough to let me come out and hunt, even kind of point me in the right direction. So I was doing some e-scouting after I kind of got moved in and found this is kind of like the number one spot I wanted to hunt. There's a bean field behind me that's downwind of me, but I'm looking over just this big knoll that's kind of like a little bench or a little point kind of halfway down this ridge. Got one doe feeding out in front of me. Right off that point, off kind of the downwind end of it. That 8-pointer that I saw did just about exactly what I had hoped. I came and checked that point, and wrapped around, kind of crossed this little saddle right in front of me. Would have been a 25-yard shot, so hopefully get a bigger one to come and do the same thing. But apologies if the camera's a little shaky. This little tree I'm in, it's not a big one at all. And I could tell when I'm starting to shiver. The camera starts wiggling around a bit. So I'm just kind of blasted by these gusts of wind on this little ridge. It is freaking cold. But hopefully it's not as bad if I do get a big one in. Because I'll be shaking from that and the cold. Camera work will be real shoddy then. spotted the first deer, and it was an 8-point from yesterday. Looks like he got in a scrap last night and broke off part of a tine, but he was running all over the place around this point in front of me. It was like he could smell a doe, but smell a doe, probably hear me doing bleeds, and just didn't know where they were. The doe kept looking behind her, and I was pretty sure she had a buck. And that is that same 8-point buck. He just won't leave this area alone. We've still got 2 does off to my right here bedded. And he's tending that doe pretty close. Right down where I was gonna set up. Hopefully a bigger one comes following in, or she catches his attention, but it's gonna be a frustrating week if that's the only buck I keep seeing. It's November 3rd. Got out here this morning, got set up. It was real foggy out. At least in the woods, the fields aren't bad. But it kind of dissipated with the morning, and I had one doe in behind me here. Maybe 20 minutes ago. She walked this way and then turned around and walked back out in front of me. It's a little bit warmer today, maybe highs in the 40s, but a little bit of a drizzle coming down, real light. You can hardly notice it. They're saying that we might get more rain, which is midday here, but I'm still contemplating setting up over this ridge here, even though I did have that doe come in last night. I saw a deer where I'm at. I feel like that just might be the more aggressive play. Either that So it's kind of difficult for me to say like, oh, this is a hot zone when I'm seeing it down in these low areas along this field. That being said, I haven't gotten eyes on a shooter yet, so maybe it's just not the area for them. Alright, it's a slow morning here. Just those couple does. I got down out of the stand a little after 10 to kind of scout over this knoll and see if it wouldn't be worthwhile setting up down there for the afternoon. Getting a wind switch from southwest to northwest this afternoon as well, so just kind of trying to see how that would play into things as well. And there's a little area, it's you can see it's the neighbor's property, but it's marsh grass with some brush and a couple small scrubby looking trees, so I thought it'd be perfect bedding. So I got down over the knoll, was trying to kind of get eyes on that to make sure I wasn't busting any deer out as I'm doing a quick scout trip. And decided to call a little bit, see if I could get anything to stand up in there. And sure enough, there's a doe right on the edge. And I look behind her and see another deer feeding on twigs and stuff and eating browse. And it's that same 8-point. So they were shacked up in that little swamp, and I started calling a bit, and I think I got the 8-point a little worked up, but I gave up because I'm not going to shoot them anyway, so I started walking this way and making my way around the knoll to kind of scout out trees a bit more. And I turn around. And I see that 8-point. He's kind of following me, and then he trots off up the ridge. I think I got the doe to follow as well, but they did this huge circle around me, so I thought they were cutting downwind, so I was like, I better make my way back to here before they blow out or something, because I might as well keep a hot doe around if possible. There's a bunch of scrapes down there. It's just that the wind doesn't really set up all that great down there. So I'm not 100%, but I'm about 90% sure I'm going to move tonight. But anyhow, I'm down there and decide I'm probably going to move. And sure enough, here comes that doe and that buck around from the complete opposite side. They must have done a mile circle around me. But had no idea I was there still. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably pack this up and just kind of trying to decide with this wind switch if there's a reason the deer would want to be here. And I can't really think of a good explanation of why they would. So I think I'm gonna probably pack up and try a new spot. Hopefully that 8-point doesn't follow me, because I'm getting tired of looking at him. He's just big enough to see like sweeping main beams and start to get excited, and then realize that there's not much else to him. He's just a 2.5-year-old buck that's maybe. I doubt he's 3.5. I'd have a hard time believing that, but he's got good potential. It's just not his year yet. I just got set up for the afternoon hunt here. Took me a little while just to find a tree that was even possible to hang a stand in. This one's pushing it. I'm leaning way back right now. I feel like I'm in a recliner, but this ridge I'm sitting on goes way to my left, a good ways, and it's all wooded, bordered by a standing cornfield. Out in front of me, it drops down, and there's what looks like a four-wheeler, two-track trail that goes down to the bottoms and kind of winds down. So all of that is upwind of me. And then behind me, I've got cut corn about 40 yards until it hits standing corn. I threw out a decoy here behind me as well, hoping to just kind of steer him in the perfect location for a shot. But we'll see. It definitely got a bit warmer. There are a lot of scrapes on the edge of this field, especially this corner. I think I found 3 or 4 of them. So it might be my last Wisconsin hunt, so at least for the year. I don't know if I'll be back out in the morning, but I should be positioned pretty well to shoot something coming straight on here. If one comes out into the field, I'll have to kind of make a turn. I'm kind of planning on likely standing the last couple hours or so. look at the film. I might have hit him a little far up, but not 100% sure. I thought I heard him crash, but I'm gonna give him a little bit of time and get down to that arrow. And looks to me like we got bubbles. Now that's a first. No arrow, just not even the full knock, just the lighted part of it. Yeah, he's pumping. Well, we'll leave this here. We'll hit him and start packing things up. Well, found him last night. I had a crowd of people, so didn't feel like filming the recovery. We were trying to kind of get out of the woods, but real nice buck. Super happy with him. You can see he's missing a big notch out of his ear there, but I'm gonna get to processing him up and get him butchered and in bags and probably do a European mount on him, but super thankful for this one. Definitely a good first Wisconsin buck. Nice big 9 point. So